Empires, Faith, and Foundations, Byzantium, Medieval Europe, and Early Russia by Toni Hughes, Humanities 202. Welcome to this presentation on chapters 7 through 9 of Western civilization. In this video, we will explore three transformative regions and eras: the Byzantine Empire, the Middle Ages in Europe, and the early development of Russia. These civilizations played vital roles in shaping modern ideas about law, religion, government, and identity. Let us begin with the Eastern Roman Empire, better known as Byzantium. Chapter 7, the Byzantine Empire. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, the Eastern Roman Empire continued to thrive. It became known as the Byzantine Empire, with its capital at Constantinople, founded by Emperor Constantine the Great in 330 CE. Constantine legalized Christianity and made it the empire's central religion. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. One of Byzantium's most important emperors was Justinian I.R. 527 to 565 CE. He sought to restore the Roman Empire by reclaiming lost Western territories, such as North Africa and Italy. He also launched a massive building campaign in Constantinople, constructing the iconic Hagia Sophia, a masterpiece of Christian architecture. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. Most notably, Justinian compiled Roman law into a unified code called the Corpus Juris Civilis, or Justinian Code, which later influenced European legal systems for centuries. His wife, Empress Theodora, was an influential advisor who championed women's rights and helped suppress the Nika riots in 532 CE. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. Under Emperor Heraclius, R. 610 to 641, the empire faced major external threats from the Sassanid Persians and the rise of Islam. Heraclius made Greek the official language and reorganized the empire using the theme system, which granted military landholdings to local soldiers in return for their service. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. Iconoclasm, a religious conflict over the use of icons, shook the empire. Emperor Leo III banned the depiction of religious images in the 8th century, sparking decades of turmoil. Eventually, icons were restored in 843 CE by Empress Theodora II, helping define Orthodox Christianity. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. In 1054, the Great Schism formally divided the Christian Church into Eastern Orthodoxy and Roman Catholicism, stemming from disagreements over papal authority and liturgy. Although emperors like Basil II achieved notable military victories, such as defeating the Bulgarians, the empire began to decline after the disastrous Battle of Manzikert in 1071, when the Seljuk Turks captured Emperor Romanos IV. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. The Byzantine Empire never fully recovered. Despite the efforts of the Palaiologos dynasty, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Turks in 1453 under Sultan Mehmed II, marking the end of the empire. Byzantium's legacy lived on in Orthodox Christianity, art, law, and the preservation of Greco-Roman knowledge. Lumen Learning, Chapter 7. Chapter 8, the Middle Ages in Europe. After Rome's fall, Western Europe entered the Middle Ages, circa 500 to 1500 CE, a period marked by feudalism, war, and religious transformation. Germanic tribes, such as the Franks, Ostrogoths, and Lombards, filled the power vacuum. The Franks, under Clovis I, united large portions of Gaul and converted to Christianity, laying the foundation for modern France. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. One of the greatest rulers of the Middle Ages was Charlemagne, R. 768 to 814, crowned Holy Roman Emperor by Pope Leo III in 800 CE. He expanded his empire across Western Europe, promoted literacy through the Carolingian Renaissance, and reformed legal and administrative systems. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. Charlemagne's successors, such as Louis the Pious, struggled to maintain unity, and the empire fractured. The rise of feudalism followed, a system in which kings granted land to nobles in exchange for their military loyalty. Manorialism developed alongside it, organizing rural life around lords' estates, which were worked by serfs. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. The Catholic Church became the dominant institution, with the Pope gaining immense authority. Monasteries preserved classical knowledge and served as centers of education and charity. Conflicts between kings and popes emerged, notably the investiture controversy, which questioned whether secular rulers or the Church could appoint bishops. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. Europe faced external threats from Vikings, Magyars, and Muslim raiders. Over time, kingdoms such as England and France became increasingly centralized. Events like the Norman conquest of 1066, in which William the Conqueror seized the English crown, transformed governance through innovations such as the Doomsday Book. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. The Crusades, 1096 to 1291, were a series of religious wars initiated by the Church to reclaim the Holy Land. Although most failed militarily, they expanded trade, exposed Europe to Islamic knowledge, and weakened feudal bonds. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. Later, the Black Death, 1347 to 1351, killed over one-third of Europe's population, leading to labor shortages, peasant uprisings, and a weakening of feudal structures. These transformations set the stage for the Renaissance and the rise of stronger nation-states. Lumen Learning, Chapter 8. Chapter 9, The Development of Russia in Eastern Europe. The roots of Russia lie in the creation of Kievan Rus, founded in the 9th century by the Viking prince Rurik. His successor, Oleg of Novgorod, captured Kiev, turning it into a prosperous city-state and trade center connected to Constantinople via river routes. Lumen Learning, Chapter 9. In 988 CE, Vladimir I converted to Eastern Orthodox Christianity and ordered mass baptisms, thereby culturally tying Rus to Byzantium. His grandson, Yaroslav the Wise, promoted law, built churches, and supported diplomatic marriages with European royalty. Under Yaroslav, Kievan Rus reached a cultural and political peak. Lumen Learning, Chapter 9. In the 13th century, the Mongol invasion led by Batu Khan resulted in the conquest of Kiev. For over 200 years, Russian lands were ruled by the Golden Horde, a Mongol Khanate that exacted tribute. This period, known as the Mongol Yoke, delayed Russian unification and isolated it from Western European developments. Lumen Learning, Chapter 9. During this period, the city of Moscow gained prominence. Ivan I became the Mongols' favored tax collector and used his influence to expand Moscow's territory and prestige. In 1380, Prince Dmitry Donskoy secured a symbolic victory against the Mongols at the Battle of Kulikovo, although true independence was achieved later. Lumen Learning, Chapter 9. In the 16th century, Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, declared himself Tsar of all Russia. He centralized authority, expanded into Siberia, and created the brutal Oprichnina, a secret police force. His reign was marked by tyranny and massacres, but it also laid the groundwork for autocracy in Russia. Lumen Learning, Chapter 9. Following Ivan's death, Russia entered the time of troubles, 1598 to 1613, a period of famine, civil war, and foreign invasion. Stability returned with the rise of the Romanov dynasty, beginning with Michael Romanov in 1613, who would rule until the Russian Revolution of 1917. Lumen Learning, Chapter 9. Chapters 7 through 9 offer an in-depth examination of the resilience and transformation of three major regions. The Byzantine Empire preserved classical traditions and shaped Orthodox Christianity. Medieval Europe witnessed the rise of feudalism, the expansion of religious power, and various reform movements. Meanwhile, early Russia evolved from a Norse Slavic trading society into a powerful Orthodox monarchy under the rule of the Tsars. Each of these civilizations contributed to the legal, religious, and political systems that define our world today. Works cited: Lumen Learning. Western Civilization, A Concise History. https://courses.lumenlearning.com/SUNY HCCC World History /. Access June 2, 2025. Thank you for watching.